So constitutional measures for eradicating educational inequality, we have seen one part, that is fundamental rights. 5 articles we have discussed. Now we will go for directive principles of state policy. This is the 4th part of our constitution. So under this part we are going to study about 3 articles. One is article 39, and next one is article 45, and next one is article 46. Okay, so article 39 of directive principles of state policy, article 39 of our constitution says that it is the duty of the government to work for social justice and welfare of the people. So fine. Okay, let us go for yes. So directive principles of state policy we are studying. So here article 39 says that it is the duty of the government or providing social justice and public welfare. Welfare of the people is the duty of the government. That means what? Social welfare or social justice and public welfare includes what? Education also. So that should be protected by the government. It is an instruction given by the constitution to our governments. You have to take steps towards public welfare and social justice. So social justice always includes what? Education. Okay, so this is article 39. Article 45 is very easy, children. You have learnt about article 21A, no? Article 21A says that it is the fundamental right of the children of 6 to 14 years to get free and compulsory education, no? So article 45 says that it is the duty of the government to provide free and compulsory education to the children from 6 to 14 years. So they are related. Article 45 and Article 21A are related. Article 21A is fundamental, right? Article 45 is directive principles of state policy. It is a guideline for the governments. It is the duty of the government. It says that government should do that. It is the duty of the government to give free and compulsory education to the children of 6 to 14 years. Then comes the next article. It is also very easy. Article 46, children. So article 46, it protects the educational interest of the people belonging to scheduled caste and scheduled tribe. So any doubts here? I hope you don't have any doubt, because article 39, it is easy. It is the duty of the government to provide what? It is the duty of the government to provide social justice and public welfare. Then article 45, it is related to article 21A, duty of the government. Article 46, it is the duty of the government to protect the educational interest of SC and ST. Okay, now we have learnt about what? The steps taken by our constitution to eradicate educational inequality in the society. Again, this is very important and most expected 3 marks or 4 marks question. You can note down it. Very, very, very important. Okay, not only important but very, very, very important. Yes. So now let me ask you some questions, children. I want Vidya Shetty. Vidya Shetty, Article 21. What we have discussed about Article 21? Yes, Vidya.
Article 21.
Article 21. We have discussed something about Article 21. No. What is that?
Right to live.
Right to live. Okay. So what have I told there? Right to live includes what, children?
Education to children.
Yes.
Fundamental right.
Right to live includes right to education. In which case it was decided?
Unni Krishna versus State of Andhra Pradesh.
Very good. Unni Krishnan versus State of Andhra Pradesh. Very good. Okay, thank you, Vidya. Then next, next I want Animesh. Dhruva. Okay, Sumit. Sumit. What is Article 21A, Mary? Sumit, am I audible? Anjali, I hope Anjali is not there. Kripa, 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 can you hear me? What is Article 21A?
Free and compulsory education to 6 to 14 years children.
Very good. Free and compulsory education to 6 to 14 years children. Preeti Gowda, next. Preeti, what is Article 45? What Article 45 says?
Says that children under 14 years provide with free and compulsory education.
It is the duty of the government. It comes under directive principles of state policy or fundamental right. Preeti.
Directive principles of state policy.
Very good. It comes under directive principles of state policy. Okay. Now, after this, let us go for the next topic, that is gender discrimination. Okay. So, gender discrimination, you all know, no, children. Gender discrimination means what? It is discriminating the people on the basis of their gender. Okay. So, how gender discrimination means women are exploited, means women are taught that their priority or their main work is to look after their family and take care of their children. No? So, how is this gender discrimination formed? How is it formed? How gender discrimination is formed? Raise your hands, children. It is very general one. How gender discrimination is formed in the society? How do we start to think that women should do all these works, men should do all these works? How do we start to think that? Rashmi,
Because of some social customs.
because of some social
Customs.
customs, exactly. Okay, because of some social customs. Okay, so this perspective, social perspectives means children opinions. Okay, they are interdependent. So all the people in the society, they are influenced by each other. Okay, so we are influenced by the thinking style of our family members, the thinking style of our neighbors, the thinking style of the people who live around us. So this children means it starts from the childhood itself, right? So the opinion is formed from the childhood itself. So whenever a baby wants milk, a glass of milk, who does it goes to? It goes to mother. If mother is not there, it goes to grandmother. If grandmother is not there, it searches any other women in the family, right? So it is the thinking style of the society. Okay. So perspectives, social perspectives, they are interdependent. We are influenced by the thinking of each other. So our family members, neighbors, the people who live around us, they influence our thinking. Whatever is followed, practiced in the society, that is continued. Okay. So giving education to the children. If we take giving education to the children, if there is a boy and if there is a girl in a family, then who will get more preference to get higher education? Obviously, it is boys. So that is how gender discrimination is formed and it is being continued. Okay. Now, gender discrimination is there. For that, there is a proof. There are many proofs. Okay. If we take literacy rate, then we can see that female literacy is less and male literacy is more. Then, if we take job participation ratio, women participating or working, number of working women is less compared to number of working men. Okay, so that is why, or if we take the field of politics, we can see the participation on the part of women is less compared to men. Gender discrimination is there. In your textbook, they have mentioned about anemia and body mass index, children. ಬಾಡಿ ಮಾಸ್ ಇಂಡೆಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಎಷ್ಟು ಹೈಟ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ವೇಟ್ ಇರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. ಹೆಲ್ದಿ ಬಾಡಿ ಅಥವಾ ಹೆಲ್ದಿ ಇದೀರಿ ಹೇಳಾದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಅಂಡರ್ ವೇಟ್ ಕೂಡ ಇರಬಾರ್ದು, ಓವರ್ ವೇಟ್ ಕೂಡ ಇರಬಾರ್ದು ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕ್ಯುಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಬೈ ವಾಟ್? ಬಾಡಿ ಮಾಸ್ ಇಂಡೆಕ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇಫ್ ವಿ ಟೇಕ್ ಬಾಡಿ ಮಾಸ್ ಇಂಡೆಕ್ಸ್, the body mass index of women is comparatively less. Okay, so they have given information about rural women and urban women. So if we take rural women, body mass index of rural women is 24.3. Page number 8. 7. Yes. So I am talking about body mass index, children. The body mass index of rural women is 24.2 and body mass index of urban women is 16.2. Okay, rural women is 24.3, urban women is 16.2. So it is less compared to men. Okay, it is not healthy. Then if we take anemia, okay, pregnant women, children, 45.2% of the pregnant women are anemic. You know what is being anemic, no? So they are suffering from anemia. 45.2% of the pregnant women means they cannot give birth to a healthy baby. Okay, so then if we take the children from 6 months to 54 months, we can see that means half year to 4.5 years baby. If we take this age group children, we can see that among them 60.9%, okay, 60.9% of these children, they are suffering from anemia. Okay, means they are not getting proper food, they are not getting nutritious food. So this is the proof for practice of gender discrimination in the society. They have taken two examples. One is body mass index and second one is children were anemia. Pregnant women 45 point, what is the statistics given by me here? 45.2%, and this is done by a survey. Okay, so the name of the survey I have mentioned there. It is your National Family Health Survey 4. National Family Health Survey 4. It was conducted in the year 2015 and 2016. A survey was conducted, and in that survey, statistics relating to body mass index and people suffering from anemia was taken. Okay, so this is about gender discrimination. So any doubts here? About gender discrimination, we have discussed two things here. One is how gender discrimination is formed. Again, let me tell you, it is a question discussed at the end of your lesson. Okay, how gender discrimination is formed, and next one is what is the proof for gender discrimination. You don't have to remember this statistics very accurately, children. Don't worry too much about it. So if proof is asked, then you can tell body mass index is less. Women are suffering from anemia comparatively more. So like that you can write generally. Don't think too much about the statistics given here. Am I clear for you? Okay, so next one is the features of social stratification. Social stratification, you have got the meaning, no? It is dividing the people. It is a method of dividing the people into different layers or different stratas and assigning them different roles. That is social stratification. In the beginning of the lesson itself, we have discussed about that. Okay. Now, what are the features of this social stratification? So 4 features are mentioned. First one is it is social in nature. Okay. Social stratification is social in nature. These layers in the society are done on the basis of social characteristics, not on the basis of physique of a person. ಯಾರೋ ಒಬ್ಬವ ಕುಳ್ಳ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ, ಯಾರೋ ಒಬ್ಬವ ಎತ್ತರ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ, ಯಾರೋ ಒಬ್ಬವ ದಪ್ಪ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ, ನಾಟ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್. ಓಕೆ. ಸೊ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಯು ಎನಿವೇರ್ ಹರ್ಡ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಕುಳ್ಳ್ರ ಸೊಸೈಟಿ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ದಪ್ಪ ಇದ್ದವ್ರ ಸೊಸೈಟಿ, ಆರ್ ದ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಥಿನ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ಸ್ ಸೊಸೈಟಿ? ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎನಿವೇರ್, you have never heard about all these things, right? So it is, this stratification is based on social characteristics, that is on the basis of their income, rich people and poor people, on the basis of their race, black people, white people, Negroes, Mongolians, all these things. Okay. Then afterwards you have caste based society, religion based society. So social stratification is social in nature. It is not based on the physical qualities of the person. Okay. Then afterwards, next one is social stratification is universal. What is the meaning of universal? Hachridira ellaru? What is the meaning of universal? Soumya, what is universal?
It is there in all the places of the world.
Exactly. It is there in all the places of the world. Means all over the world, social stratification is there. Can you give me an example? In India, we have social stratification, no? Consider any other country and tell me that there is social stratification.
In America and all.
In America, there is social stratification. How, in what way do you find social stratification in America?
They too have different kind of works and all.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. So in America also there are people who practice different types of profession. In America also there are people who are rich and who are poor. In America also there are people, right? Indian origin people, African origin people, like that. So it is universal. That is the second important feature. Then comes the next one. It is social stratification is ancient. Okay. So in the ancient society, was there social stratification? In the ancient society, was there social stratification, or is it a new thing for us in the 21st century? Was it there in 19th century? Was it there in 20th century? It was there, no? In India, Varna system was there. So we had people belonging to different Varnas. So social stratification is ancient. It is not new concept. So in Europe or Americans, they practiced slavery. Social stratification was there in the 16th century, 17th century. Means all throughout the history, it is social stratification is found. It is ancient in nature. Then last one is last and the fourth important feature. Social stratification exists in different ways in different regions of the world. So if we take India, untouchability is there. No, untouchability was there. Now it is not there so rigidly. So Varna system is there in India. If we take Rome, or if we go to Europe, in your previous year's history, you have learnt about feudalism, no? There were feudal lords. Means they too had got hierarchy, right? So plebeians and patricians. Plebeians means common people. In Rome it was there. Plebeians and patricians. Patricians means the superior section of the society. That is your aristocrats, your rich people. They were called patricians. Plebeians means they were common people. They had not got any right. They did not have political right. Okay. They were poor. They were not allowed to they were not allowed in the mainstreams of the society. They were not given proper education. In Rome also, it was there in the form of plebeians and patricians. So these are the four important features of social stratification. So what is the first one? It is social in nature. Hope you have understood what is being social in nature. Then it is universal. Then it is ancient and it exists in different ways. Okay. So for today, last topic is there in your textbook, children. That is different forms of social stratification. Okay. So what are the different forms of social stratification? They have given 5 points there. One is primitive society. So social stratification was there in the primitive society. You know, no, primitive society, the society in the beginning. Okay. In the primitive society, social stratification was there. Then slavery was there. Now slavery is not there. During Abraham Lincoln's time, slavery was abolished. Then comes your estate system, children. Here estate system means your feudalism, feudal laws, hierarchy, feudalism. Okay. Estate system was there. Next comes our untouchability. Untouchability practiced in India and Varna system. Okay. Varna system. In Varna system itself, untouchability was practiced. So because of the results of Varna system, caste system is existing in the society. These are the 5 forms of social stratification. Okay. So you can expect this for 2 marks. So let us summarize what we have started in the beginning. What did we start with in the beginning? Answer me, please. We started with the definition of social stratification. Okay. Then we have studied about how social inequality is formed. What are the reasons of social inequality? Then third and the most important part of today's lesson. What is that? Most important part of today's lesson. What is that? 3 marks, 4 marks expected question. Ashreya.
Constitutional measure to remove, eradicate educational inequality.
Exactly. Constitutional measures to eradicate or remove educational inequality. That is the most important topic we have discussed today. Okay. Fundamental rights and directive principles of state policy. Then we have discussed about next topic. What we have discussed? Pratham Bhatt. Pratham.
Machi fundamental rights. Articles. Article 29, 30, Article 19.
Okay. So fundamental.
Article 39.
Okay. Article 39 comes under which part of our constitution?
Directive principles of state policy.
Very good. Directive principles of state policy. So that comes under what? The constitutional measures or steps taken by our constitution to eradicate educational inequality, fundamental rights and directive principles of state policy. Which fundamental rights and which directive principles of state policy have taken step for that? That we have discussed. After that, which topic we have discussed? After that topic, which topic we have discussed? Pratham.
Gender discrimination.
We have discussed about gender discrimination, how gender discrimination is formed and what are the proofs for existence of gender discrimination in the society. And in the last part of the lesson, we have discussed about what we have discussed?
Feature of social stratification.
Yes, Pratham, thank you very much. Okay. So we have discussed about features of social stratification. Okay. Yes. Then last one, forms of social stratification we have discussed. Today afternoon I will give you few questions relating to the topics which we have discussed in today's class. You write the answers for them. Then I will send you the notes. Okay. Yes. Thank you very much. Tomorrow we will meet again.
Just 5 minutes.
Take a break for 5 minutes. Sindur sir will continue. Thank you.